Well, it's another eerily morning here on the Hallish. I need to, I think, get some, yeah, I need to get some feed out here for the chickens. And I think for the sheep too. Probably need to move that honey. I know I've got more. Let's check in on the sheep here. How you doing, sheep? Getting a little low there. Okay. I will give everybody some nice morning food. And then figure out what I have to sell. Because if you can see the money, I am so broke right now. I have $136 to my name. I maybe made a strategically unsound decision after I plowed those fields last month and decided I was going to put a little drive-in on the other side to go down onto the path. I removed all the bushes and I got some gravel out there to put in a path. It's not much of a path, but it's something. And maybe I shouldn't have spent the money on the gravel. Maybe that was a bad idea. Till I had a little more money in. Okay. Well, I'll get some of this greenhouse stuff into the sheep and probably some hay and grass, and I think the chickens need a little bit of everything. I think they need some grain. Yeah, both types of grain. Maybe some grass. We'll see. And I better go pick up their eggs. It's something I have to do every morning. They lay all over the place. I have egg cartons. I bring them out here, go hunting, looking for eggs so I don't drive over any of them, because that would be bad in a lot of ways. From cleaning it up and also waste, but sometimes they lay them in places where it's hard to find them, and then I don't notice right away, and then the smell gets bad eventually. So I have to do that every morning. I hunt. Bernie has gotten good at helping me. He likes to come out and walk around with me and help me find all the chicken stuff, right, buddy? Yeah, what a good boy. Okay. I will get this stuff done. See what I can take into town to sell. Maybe I'll bring you in as I'm driving to town. Or maybe I'll bring you in after I sell. And then I want to get over to the other terp. I want to take some lime over there and get some lime spread on those new fields that I plowed. And what else? I guess I need to ride the horses. My little helper, Lucas, is back in school now. He had some time off during the holidays, but he is not as available to help me on the weekdays now. So his hours are back a little bit, and that means I need to do more of the horse care. So I will get over there and make sure they're doing all good. So I will catch you in a little bit. Okay, I've got the lettuce loaded up on the trailer here, and I've been making some calls. The restaurant will take all the lettuce I can give them. Otto, the animal dealer, needs straw and hay as much as I can spare, so I can definitely spare this. I might actually be able to spare more hay too, because I should be able to get some more cuts off the field soon. And I'm not going through hay that fast, so I might take him another load of hay after this, but my trailer is pretty loaded. So I think I'm in good shape to make some money, which I desperately need given the current balance in my account. I want to show you before I head into town. Let's get out of the shed here. Remember how I said the farmer, my sort of quasi-enemy across the way, is now starting to benefit from the work I've been doing? And he hadn't said anything to me yet, but I thought maybe the war might be over. Well, I think it's official. The war is over. He sent me a jar of milk from his dairy. Let's turn this off while I talk to you. And it had this note, which I am keeping in my pocket right now because I'm just so proud of this outcome. It's written in German, and that he had Friedrich translate it for me because I am still kind of sketchy with my German. It says, "I don't like you with your loud, reckless American ways, but I made your life difficult. I made your life in the Hallig needlessly difficult, and for that I owe you an apology." So he doesn't need to like me. I don't really care if he likes me. I care that he acknowledges what he was doing was making my life difficult, and that he calls off the war. That's all I really want. I want to be able to work with the businesses in town without them blacklisting me because they're worried about him being upset with them. I want to be able to rent equipment from the equipment dealer and from other farmers on the Hallig. And I have it on good authority, i.e. I spoke to the dealer in town, and he will now rent me whatever I need. He will also service my equipment again. I've kind of gotten used to doing that on my own, and it's cheaper that way. So I might not take him up on that, but I do need to pick up some oil and some gaskets and new filters for both this tractor and my new diesel tractor, the John Deere, over on the other terp, because I need to do oil changes on both of these and service before I get into spring planting. So in the next month or two, I really need to fix these things up. So I need to get the parts from him, and he will now sell me that stuff. No big deal. So I'm so gratified. I guess let's get into a drive here into town. I'm so gratified that my work and effort has paid off. I think it has been frustrating with him just having decided to dislike me when I moved here and make my life hard. And I am so relieved that that's not going to be an issue for me going forward. And also feeling really gratified about the work I put in to sort of win him around. It's kind of like that thing where people who are nice to you right away, it's nice, but people who don't warm up to you right away, it feels even more rewarding when you finally make friends with them. Kind of feels like that. Obviously, we're not friends yet. He still says he doesn't like me, but I can live with that. Although, honestly, I think just give me time. I'll make him like me eventually. So yeah, I'm just so chuffed. This is really, really turning around here. I think I can really start to feel like I'm settling in. You know, take a breath. Feel like this is really my home. For real. So yeah. I will get this stuff unloaded with Otto and with the restaurant. And maybe I'll do like another run out here with some more hay and maybe some more straw. I'll have to look and see what I've got in the shed for Otto, and then let you know what my new total is, and I guess get into some lime or some cultivating at that point. We'll find out. I will catch you in a little bit. Well, I guess there's one more bit of news I can tell you now that I'm not at war with that other farmer anymore. First of all, I've gotten a little over $14,000 from the lettuce, straw, and hay that I have taken into town. And now I'm going to take a few loads of... This is sugar beet. It's, not something I grew. So, I think I mentioned horses need a variety of things to eat in order to be healthy. And that includes things like grain and hay, but also like root crops and carrots or bread or like other stuff to sort of round out their feed. I didn't have any root crops or carrots planted, so I helped out another farmer whose name I kept to myself because I didn't want to get them in trouble with the farmer on the other terp, who was sort of upset with me and, I mean, basically blacklisted me on the Hallig. And so I was doing some carting for them. Apparently harvesting the root crops is really labor intensive. The harvesting equipment that most people use here on the Hallig is pretty small, and you actually need like a trailer to drive alongside of the harvester for the carrots. And then the harvester for the sugar beet doesn't have to have, it has its own like sort of trailer built in, but it fills up so fast because the sugar beet produces a lot that it needs to be carted basically constantly into town or to whoever. So the farmer who had those contracts basically said if I would do the carting for them, sort of help them out and be the other person in their operation, then they would let me keep everything outside of what they needed to fill their contracts. So they had contracts for a certain amount of carrots to be delivered and a certain amount of sugar beet to be delivered. And once those contracts were filled, I got to keep all the remaining carrots and sugar beet. And that's a really nice deal. So this is more sugar beet than I need for the horses. I will have at least one full trailer, maybe 2 full trailers of sugar beets that I can take into town and sell. And now is the best time of year to do it. So I'm going to take this sugar beet into town and sell it. And then I think I'm out of things to sell for a while. But given the amount of money I've already brought in, not even counting the sugar beets, I'm going to be able to pay off at least $5,000 of my loan this month, which is at least a third of it. So that will make me feel really good, and I'll still have enough left over to pay for things like seed and fertilizer that I'm going to need when I get into the planting. So that is my plan. I'm going to get some of these sugar beets taken into town, and then I will get over to the fields that I plowed last month and get some lime on them. I will catch you in a bit. Well, okay. I was actually planning to do the lime spreading first and then the cultivating. But after all of the running back and forth into town with stuff to sell, it got late. So I was afraid if I didn't get over here to cultivate, the high tide would come in and I wouldn't be able to come over here. So I've got this field cultivated now and the one over on the other side. And I brought Mr. Grumpy Pants Farmer some honey and a head of lettuce, because let's hop in the tractor as I get going. Nobody gets enough fresh anything this time of year, so the greenhouse goods tend to be pretty well received by my neighbors. And I don't know about you, but when it's cold outside, I just want to settle down with something warm and hearty and filling and kind of decadent. And I love one of my favorite things is like nice toasted piece of bread with some honey on it. Oh, that's good. There's a lot of good stuff you can do with honey in the winter. So hopefully he appreciates it. He wasn't there. I'm glad. I'm still not ready to talk to him in person. That note is enough. But yeah. So I think the farmer who let me keep the extra sugar beets overpaid me. I think he was doing me a major favor, because when I sold those, I got over $5,000, $5,600 for 2 loads that I took into town, and I still have some left to feed the horses. And I asked him if he was planning to do any more root crops for the next year, and he said maybe, and if he does, I can help him again. So that will be great. I would really love to not have to plant them myself. I don't have the right equipment. Looks like the water's coming up. And yeah, it'll be nice to not have to worry about it. So I'm very grateful. That was in November. And I didn't mention it because I didn't want to get him in trouble with that farmer over there, because I was sort of on his naughty list. So yeah, let's get this John Deere back over to the agro-tourism terp where I am leaving it. It lives over there officially. And I will get into my international. I took the lime over already, and the lime spreader and the trailer. And yeah, the international is all set to do some lime spreading. So I'll see you over there in another time lapse. Okay. I have got the lime spreading done. I brought over the trailer with some extra lime on it, and it's a good thing I did because I've used basically all of it. Lime spreader is just about full. But, yeah, I had to refill it a bunch of times. Kind of forgot how wide the lime spreader was when I started on this field over here. And maybe I did a little bit of a mess. Wasted a little bit, maybe. Accidentally overspreading this other field. But I came back and cleaned it up, got the parts that I missed. So now this field and the field on the other side are all limed, and next month, if it's not too frozen, I will get the cultivator over here and cultivate. Otherwise, I might have to wait till March. We'll see. So yeah, these fields are basically ready for spring planting. I'm super psyched about that. I will buy some fertilizer to, oh yeah, and I did the lime over here. I will buy some fertilizer to spread before I plant so that all these things can be maximally fertilized. How you doing, horses? You got plenty of water. You look pretty good on food. Let me grab some hay just to top you up. I haven't taken them for a ride yet, so I'll do that probably off camera. And get this equipment put away, and then I'll see you next month. But let's get in here and get the hay bale for them. Wait a minute. Where's the side-by-side? That little John Deere side-by-side is supposed to be in this garage. Where is it? It's not in here. I brought this thing over to move pallets on and off the trailer. Where is it? That's weird. I did tell Lucas that he could use it to get back and forth to our terp. I have my bicycle. I don't think he has a bicycle. And also, it's kind of like a fun way for a kid to get around, so I thought he'd enjoy it. I wonder if he took it. I don't know why he would have. I know he's been at school. He hasn't been able to help me out. What the heck? 9! Shiza, what the... Okay, well, nobody's in here. That little idiot. That little idiot! He must have been flying around here and flipped this thing. How do you even... That's got a low center of gravity. How do you flip it? This hill is not even that steep. It's very gradual. Oh, God. Katrina's gonna kill me if something happened to him. Oh, man. If he's uninjured, I'm gonna kill him. This is not good at all.